Hello, Vaughn here. And, well, I'm a little nervous right now. Mostly because of the new 9.1 patch changes for Hearthstone. The biggest one I have is Innervate. And I'm just going to do this real quick. Innervate. Gain 2 mana crystals for this turn only. Well, it's now going to be gain 1 mana crystal for this turn only. And that's something I kind of hate saying, because with Druid, oh come on, really? But with Druid, I've always thought that it should have power. Druids really need some ramp, and I love the idea of ramp. Of course, gain mana. I always like the idea of ramp, wild growth, Myra Keeper, Jade Blossom. I always like those cards. Darnassus Aspirant. It's like now with this just being a coin, it's just crappy now. And I really definitely used to know coin Innervate Yetis on turn 1, Innervate Yeti on turn 2, Gadget Sand Innervate, and then do your Jade shenanigans. It's like, yeah, I know all that. But it's like, with all the Innervate and the ideas, but I will say one thing. I did like the idea of the Innervate saying, refresh 2 mana crystals. More of a coon effect, which is nice, but apparently it didn't work that well. It was also meant for it gained 2 mana crystals this turn, but it costed 1, so it's basically a coin that costs 1 mana. Which, no. And then it was the same effect, but it costed 4 mana and gave you 6. So it took you till turn 4 to get the effect. But then you'd be at 6, which probably might have been a little bit overcosted. 3 get 5, or 2 get 4, till 2 get 4, that might be a little too powerful. The issue is it's 0 get 2, and that effect, yes, is powerful. And well, since I'm here, I'm also gonna hit another big offender right now. Which, honestly, Spreading Plague! Literally, we are just bumping up by 1 mana. It's a nice idea. The issue is it just gives too many things. If it's like one, I'm even saying if it's a 1/4, it might work. 4 or 5 mana. But yeah, currently I'm rereading the post as well, so I'm finding a little bit of info. They were thinking of making this 7 mana, but then with the Innervate change to basically being coin, they're still letting you do this turn 5. That's something I'm feeling. Because they just bumped up by 1 mana, but then changed Innervate. So they were originally going to make this 7, but with the Innervate change, we decided to only add 1 mana. So turn 5, still going to happen. Which I don't mind. And then, what others? Oh yeah. Then we get to go over to Warrior for what now will be what a lot. Okay, let me just do this. Yep, all weapons. So, I'm even gonna do that and include Soulbound. Eaglehorn Bow, 3 mana, 3/2. It works because it's the only real weapon in the Hunter arsenal. Paladin. Cog Hammer worked. Rally Blade's now played because it's a 3 attack weapon. We see, well, we really saw this guy somewhat get play. Obsidian Shard, Shadow Blade, Scene's play. Assassin's Blade did see play forever ago. You see play because of the Jade mechanic. You stop play because you're a 2 mana 3/3 or a 1 mana 3/3 at the beginning. You don't seriously play. You don't seriously play this Death Rattle effect made for the mana. Well, we did see Doomhammer get played. Curse Blade never saw. Molten Blade, upgrade, yes. Fiery War Axe, staple, and most people did hold most weapons against this. If you weren't an effect weapon, 2 mana 3/2 was kind of standard. Because it's a Frost Bolt, it's a Shadow Bolt, Shadow Bomb, Quick Shot. It's your 2 mana, deal 3 damage to something. And that's going to be 3 mana because of Pirates. Which I can understand because of Pirates. It's going to be a little bit harder because you can't turn 1 play Patches or any type of pirate, then turn 2 Axe, turn 3 Cultist. But like King's Defender, 3 mana 3/2, crap card. Because it's 3 mana for Fiery War Axe. Like now it's a 3 mana 3/3 for 3 versus a 3 mana 3/2. 3 mana 3/2. So it's like, this guy's gonna probably see some play, possibly, if he's gone. Arcanite Reaper, 5 mana 5/2. It's 10 damage in a card. Pyroblast for 5 mana. But over 2 turns. Gore Howl's powerful. You really didn't see play, you didn't see play. And then let me just move that because I almost forgot. A card that I love using. Hex. Which they're bumping it up to 4. Because it's literally a removal card, and I always have complained about a certain thing. If you look at cards that transform, why aren't you showing up? Hex is 3 mana for a 0/1 frog with taunt. Because mana. Polymorph, 4 mana 1/1 for the same basic thing. So why is no attack but taunt a worse effect than Polymorph? And I won't even mention the Polymorph board because that's a decent drawback. The thing has charge, 2 health, and 4 attack, so you're giving your opponent a huffer instead of their opinion. And Potion of Polymorph, I can live with it being 3 mana. It's a mage secret, so first off that. Second off, after your opponent plays a minion. So the first minion they play does this, not you can do something to it. Then I really kind of want this card to be in hit something, but Then what other cards were getting hit? My mind just went blank. And then we have one last card that's really officially getting hit. And that is... I know I own one. Maybe I don't type. There we are. Murloc War Leader, which is now basically just having your allies have to attack. So instead of running 2 Oracle, you can run 1 War Leader. Which I actually want to hear what Hearthstone has on the decision. War Leader, removing the health buff. Clear the board of Murlocs, still remain. Okay. When playing, okay. The issue is, for example, in the current state, having a War Leader in play, Pyromancer equality will not destroy the board because the War Leader is at 1 health. And the War Leader's +1 takes the equality Pyro, but not the Murlocs. All the Murlocs live except the War Leader. So I kinda do like it. We could... Ooh, Rock Pool Hunter was kinda played with, but not really. Yeah, Murloc health buffing will definitely be something I bet Blizzard will be playing with, seeing that. And then cards they were thinking of changing. That Warrior's definitely going to change a lot because equality is now equality. They were thinking of changing Ice Block, which here's okay. I know I'm saying this, but that's going to take a big rant on me. I don't have this card. They thought about removing an effect or making all these 4. So 10 mana, deal 4 damage, draw 4 cards, gain 5 armor, summon a 4/4 ghoul. Ah ha 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 ha. Nice StarCraft reference. In the pipe, 5x5. Go medevac. Which, I like the idea of the 5s for 10, but it is just too powerful. If it's like deal 5 damage, gain 5 armor, summon a 5/5 ghoul. Remove the draw. And I think that might be the best idea. But nice StarCraft reference. Because it's not the armor, it is the damage and the issues. I'm like, okay, what's the bad part? Summon a ghoul. 5/5 ghoul for 10 mana, not the worst. Gain 5 armor. That's shield block, but you draw a card. Okay. Deal 5 damage. Deal 5 damage, summon a 5/5 ghoul. That's 7 mana, I'm just saying, on average by Flamelands Portal. Draw 5 cards. 1 card for 1. Then you add 2 for every one after that. So 7 mana, 9 mana for draw 5 cards. And for 1 mana, you get a Flamelands Portal and a shield block. Or for 7 mana, you get a shield block and then 0 mana for a Flamelands Portal. So, there. And now, immediately, I'm going to go to this one. Because Ice Block. They have been thinking of doing something to it. But they're like, they're not doing it. They've been discussing to move to Hall of Fame. I would hate to see this card go to Hall of Fame. Because without this card, decks are unfunctionable. The biggest offender of Ice Block right now is Quest Mage. And I can see why they're thinking of doing it, but the issue is Ice Block was seen in Freeze Mage, Aggro Mage, Quest Mage, Reno Mage. So let's see. Why is it seen so much? Because it's a buy more turn. Now if I type heal and remove any mana cost, notice the only class that doesn't come up. Mage. Wait, let me just double check. Which class? Yes, the only class that goes away is Mage. Academic click. So, basically you're saying, Mage, you don't get any healing. Why? Probably because Ice Block's already in the game. But if we remove Ice Block, we're going to have to give you a lot of healing. Do you want healing? Which, yes, this is a pseudo heal, but if you attack with a big enough minion, it doesn't heal. What else technically heals? What else technically heals? Your Cone of Cold, which really doesn't seem much play. That one just kills minions. Your Fireballs heal somewhat by removing threats, but it's like, at that rate, you have to calculate Consecrate into this math. It's like, yeah, you don't have anything that heals. And yes, I know I am forgetting one card because I'm gonna get to that. Nothing here heals. Heals. And I'm looking at you. Nothing here heals. Yes, this gives lifesteal. But for 9 mana and the next turn, you get a 3/6 that starts healing, and you get things that can summon more 3/6s. So, 10 mana, heal 3. Hi. Does that sound good? 10 mana, heal 3. This dude, I have played a fair bit of Frostledge Jaina at lower ranks, around rank 23 to 20. Maybe I don't go above that, because I really hate playing this. This barely got me rank 20. Let's see. If I look at Druid, doesn't work because remember those Jades? Yeah, 9/9, then a 10/10 Jade. 1 damage, nothing. Rexar, just make beasts. It's like, okay, we're in the late game. So, what low end beasts? What health do you have? 7, 5, 3, 2, 5, 5. Build a beast. Make it stealth. Make it big in health. 5, 7. Okay, you're 2. 9. It's like, okay. Elementals. Yeah, you gotta play elementals and then get the Jaina. You can actually do that. Paladin. The biggest healing card in the game, I feel. 10 mana, heal 20. I think that is the second biggest healing card in the game. Priest. Just start looking at the heals. Heal. Pseudo heal. That's only on the first. That's 1 manas. Heal. Draw for healing. Heal whenever you attack. It's like, okay, notice this health. Heal. Deal. It's like, okay, yeah. Heal. Notice how much Priest has healing. Rogue. I'll give you, Rogue doesn't have that much health or healing, but it does have some pseudo healing. Actual healing. And then it's like 1 pseudo heal is Shadow Blade. You get a main. As well as there's another card that does a pseudo heal. Nope. You gain stealth. So yeah, basically ice block. But you remain health. You, as you guys know, I play Control Shaman, so I do play some health, some healing. This heals, which I don't run. Healing Wave, 14 for 3 mana. Better than Druid. Better than Paladin, better than Priest. It's like, Paladin still beats it. Health. But now I'm going to go over to the biggest offender of healing in the game. Or was in the game. Which is why I feel Ice Block is still needed. You don't have a Reno Jackson anymore, so that health isn't doing much. Yes, now I go into Reno / Kazakus Mage is gone from this. Now I go to Quest Mage. Yeah, it buys the opponent another turn to draw the Antonitis and the Sorcerer's Apprentice, Molten Reflection. But what's the big offender there? It's the quest that lets that deck be alive. If we play that entire deck removing Ice Block, you can still win. If we play the entire deck with removing the quest, it is a lot harder to do that. Without the quest, that deck is gone. Aggro Mage. Aggro Mage just was a sheer shock in general, I feel. Ice Barrier, Ice Block, it didn't matter. It could have been Spellbender. Spellbender. You just needed a secret to live a turn or two, then to activate any of your Medivh's valets, and then just kill the opponent. It didn't matter what secret, you just needed it to not die or go activate easily. Ice Block is the #1 long-term secret, is the Forever Alone secret, so I understand that. Medivh Mage, which I ran, which I don't even know if I still have in the deck list, no. But Medivh Mage, yes, it did use it a little more because it was a lot more of a late game. And then there was a Hemet Mage about fireballs, firelands, pyroblasting your opponent. But again, that ran Ice Block as more of an aggro, just a secret for your valets. So, yeah, Ice Block is a secret that just doesn't trigger. Which I feel is something the class needs to have, secret-orientated stuff. But if you want to remove a secret that's practically dead for 90% of the game, which yes, can buff Arcanist, does work with the Medivh valet, can get off of this, but why did you make this if you know people are just going to play that one secret? Mad Scientist is gone from the game, but hey, I can get it. You can take control of that secret, except you can't anymore. You can eat the secret still. They can heal, not so much. So it's like, yeah, the Ice Block is a thing, but I don't feel... Oh, secretly. It is a thing that can be avoided. It's just that it's a secret that's fine. I'm trying to think. It's a secret that you know how to play around. Set the opponent as low as possible. Because if a secret never triggers, you play a minion, you attack the face. You play a spell. Let's see what has not countered. So let me just retype in secret. Okay, you play a spell. That triggers. And this triggers. And possibly this. You attack face. That triggers. Vaporize and Ice Barrier trigger. You play a minion. Frozen Clone. Mirror Entity trigger. As well as Potion of Polymorph. So the only two that don't trigger all that often, Spellbender, which is if you put a spell to face, not a minion. Okay. And Ice Block. People can spot the Ice Block quickly, easily, and yes, it gives the one extra turn to decks that abuse it. Like Quest Mage. And I'm using that as a high example there. But Quest Mage, without the quest, can't do that combo. So it's I'm calling a coin toss on which card should go, because once the quest rotates out, will we see any longevity in a mage control deck? Because I'm sorry, Ice Block is like one of my favorite cards to put in a controlling mage, like my Lich Reno. Yes, is running Lich King and Reno. Because my Ice Block usually gets popped, my Reno usually gets used, or my Jaina comes out. Sometimes my Ice Block goes and I'm getting the Jaina the next turn and have some elementals on the board. But yeah, that's some of the issues I do find if you remove Ice Block, is what will live? Even we call old ones, you kill a minion, these guys trigger. So it's like all these secrets happen except Ice Block and Spellbender. Mainly Spellbender will trigger mostly off of targeting minions. But Ice Block you can identify and deal with. You can force to go quicker. And that, Amelie, is really all I have on these discussions. And I want to point out one thing for anyone who is like from like other games, like with Yu-Gi-Oh as a big example here. They have ban lists, which you can play 1 card of, 2 cards of, and you can play all 3 of. Because I don't have legendaries and stuff, you can play 3 of a card if it's allowed, 2 of a card if it's allowed, or 1 of a card, or none of a card. And I feel that with the ban list of Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like the Hall of Fame. Let's just see what they put in there. Hall of Fame, Ice Lance. They wanted to get rid of it because of this synergy with the Frozen Throne. Conceal. I can understand that because it really annoyed a lot of people. Overwhelming was definitely something that they kind of just banned. They wanted us to play different draw cards and spell power cards. Ban it. This was too much of a game changer. Ragnar is too much of a game changer. Okay, I'm not so sure why you're in here. You're in here, or you're in here. Oh, you 3 were collectibles. But yeah, they literally just banned cards by throwing them in the Hall of Fame. And I kinda don't want to see certain cards go in the Hall of Fame because then new players never get to feel the old magic of Hearthstone. But yeah, with that, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from for being a casualer player. But see you guys next time, hopefully in a Hearthstone that has a better outlook.